Hey everybody, it's Wowous. This Let's Play is a look at Eufloria. In our first playthrough, we looked at levels 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to start right off with number 4. So this map, we start with 2 different asteroids. One already has 2 trees, one has none. So we're going to start off by trying to colonize both. This is actually a little bit of a stronger asteroid, just looking at their statistics of energy, strength, and shield down at the bottom. Excuse me, energy, strength, and speed, not shield. Wish they had shields, that would be pretty neat. And then looking at kind of the map overall, we have this one asteroid that's kind of an outlier here that we'll need to corner off this section of the map. A bunch of them over here. Then it extends kind of south of there. And the control scheme is a little bit interesting. It's kind of you can either use the right mouse button to scroll, or you can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. So the controls are a little bit interesting. They're not entirely smooth, but I think it's not that much of an issue when you're playing the game. So we're at max trees here, so we'll start off by sending one seedling here to see what's there, what's waiting for us. And it's empty. So we basically have this part of the map cornered. So the next stop will be over here, where we're going to start off by sort of moving these folks around. We want to lay claim to this asteroid so that it starts producing. It's actually probably the weakest of the 3 up here, looking at its statistics. So probably we'll focus on this one a little bit more. And so Eufloria has a very laid-back pace, and I mentioned that in the last video. It's a game where it's meant to relax, to be kind of soothing, but it doesn't give you really the opportunity to like speed it up or anything like that, which a lot of games do, especially in the strategy genre. But all in all, it is a game I go to when I'm looking to relax and play something a little bit less stressful than a Dota or something like that. So again, we're going to take one guy up here and see what happens. And that asteroid is empty as well, so that's interesting, very interesting. And that is a very strong asteroid. You can see its statistics are by and far the best of the ones that we have, so this will definitely become our primary outpost right here. It'll give us the strongest seedlings possible. And you can see from here, you can see how big of a range, and just taking a look at the ranges, this smaller one has a decent range, but this one's range is huge. Now we have a bunch of enemies who have jumped on both of these at the same time. So we're going to need to pull in our reinforcements and bring all of our seedlings to these 2. These seedlings are retreating, it looks like. It's 21 here against 14. Down here it's 12 against 3. So we have the advantage in both. We have a tree on both. We'll build a second Dyson tree there while they're in the process of retreating. Try to get all of our seedlings as close as possible. They're still fighting. They're still coming at us, even though they're massively outnumbered. Not the best decision, but bring more reinforcements up there as they bring in more of their own. It's just a very weird. They're almost like
jumping in, and there's not really that much that they can do. 40 against, 7 or 8. It seems like a waste of seedlings for them to do that, for the AI to do that. I'm going to build another Dyson tree here to just keep pumping out these strong units, and once we get them down to 0 enemies, we'll build that 4th Dyson tree, because this is really the seedlings that we want is from this asteroid, because they're just going to be so strong comparative to the others. And so there we go, we're all set, it's nice and peaceful. We can build another tree down here, and we can just sort of start expanding out again. Now they have to be somewhere nearby, so let's take a look at the smaller one, see where they're coming from. It looks like they're probably, their home base is this undiscovered one on the edge of the map, and they're not up here, so we'll take over that too. And then the challenge really becomes, each time you expand, you need to now defend it. And they can kind of split up their attack and attack all of your sort of outlying asteroids. And so you need to kind of defend all of them at the same time. Build a tree here. These are very high energy seedlings up here. So you get to have, and you can see the trees. The trees show you exactly what the seedlings are going to look like. Let's bring more seedlings over. Especially in the early levels of the game, it doesn't seem that challenging, but it's just kind of building those basic, foundational building blocks of how do you play the game, and this is going to get immensely more challenging as the game goes on. So they have one enemy. One enemy. He's not going to last very long, is he? And I kind of like how it's almost like lasers or something shooting at them. So let's send a huge force here. Start to expand, and we're going to attack their base while they're trying to, slowly take up there. We're going to send 70 seedlings here and show you what a full-on assault looks like. While that's going on, we need to refocus. Bring all of our seedlings in closer for reinforcement, depending on what they have. We haven't lost a single seedling at this point. Now the enemy is bringing reinforcements. They're back up to 16. And you can see again my units are going to start to take over this tree very, very soon. The tree is right on the edge of falling. You can see because it's bright red that it doesn't have much life left in it. There we go. There goes the tree. Here come my units to take it over. In the meantime, we've taken over this. Build another tree there. We have 4 trees here, 4 trees here, 1 tree up here. We can bring certainly some more seedlings up there. And it just becomes a game of rotating your resources. Nothing can really touch this far away one, so there's no real need to keep seedlings there. We could put down another tree, but it's just it's such a weak comparative asteroid. There's not much reason to build up, especially where it's so far from the front lines. So let's see what else they have as we bring all of these folks together. And even this large one, they don't have an established base on, so it looks like we're gonna be able to take this map pretty quickly. The nice thing is if you have units far in the back, you can kind of show the game how you want to loop it around, and it will get you to wherever you want to send them from, wherever you want to send them with relative ease here. And you can see that red arrow back. That's showing you, could you get back from this asteroid back to where you want to go? And it's saying, nope, there's not enough. It's going to get you right to the edge, but you actually can't get back into orbit from this one. So it's a one-way trip. You'd have to go back up through up here. So let's see if they have. Yep, they have a small base there. So we're going to send over 100 seedlings there. Start reinforcing this outer asteroid. And especially with 100 plus, it's just, especially at this early in the game, it just decimates them. They really can't do anything. Right, so yet another asteroid. We'll build that one up. There's their main base, and we need to send everybody in there. They have 55. So this is going to be a challenging battle, even with about 100 seedlings heading there. I don't know if we have enough to actually take this down. They have 3 trees. Yep, 3 trees. I have 120 seedlings there. They have 48. But they have sort of the home court advantage. They're going to be spawning seedlings at a pretty regular interval, and so we're just going to start sending everybody that we know over this way. And again, you can see that kind of red arrow, that kind of blocks it. The red arrow going back saying these units are going to be trapped down there. They're not going to be able to get back to that asteroid because it doesn't have the ability to slingshot that far. But the larger ones, the larger asteroids allow the units to move a much farther range, so there's a lot of tactical advantage to having larger asteroids. Let's see what else we have out there, just kind of scouting around at the last 3 asteroids. You can see this asteroid, can't reach this one. The only way to get there is kind of up and down. And you can see we have to take out, we're trying to take out all the trees. And there we go. We've essentially beaten the level. Now we've seen, there we go. Here they come. So as soon as they rush down to the bottom here, we're going to build a tree, kind of get our seedlings out of the way. We're sending a small force down here, but they are going to be forced to retreat because we're attacking their main base right now, and they have nothing to defend it. And they're attacking with their entire force a base with 1 tree. And the tree goes down pretty quickly, and they're going to take that over. But as a trade-off, we have 172 seedlings taking out their 4 tree area, and then up here there's 3 enemies attacking a 17 seedling area. Here we go. They're going to take over their main base, and they're going to be in deep trouble. Now, because you only have to take down 1 tree in order to steal their base, now that we've taken this over, we regrow automatically that 1 tree. But then we also gained back their 3 trees. Now, if they had a huge force and came back and attacked right now, they would be able to take it down very quickly because you can see all the trees are still kind of a bright red, and they taken quite a bit of damage because it was kind of not, they don't focus fire like 1 at a time, and so it would be a pretty easy trade-off if they were to head back. And that actually may be what they do here with my huge force heading in. They're sending 1 seedling up there. We'll send our reinforcements down here, and once we take over, they very quickly built 3 trees, but that leaves them with hardly any defense. And so the AI does not play particularly well at the beginning. I mean, it's obviously supposed to be an easy tutorial type level, but the game much later on will get much harder. They will not make those kind of foolish mistakes. They will stand on their last or their largest bases to not let you get them and kind of force you to just kind of dive in time after time. And so that leaves nothing. That's all the bases. Looks like we've got them all now. There's just 1 enemy left, I believe. There he is. And so that's it for level 4. Not too challenging, but it gives you kind of a good idea of what we'll be facing a little bit later on. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like, give it a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear from you if you like Eufloria. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.